Okay, hi everyone. Welcome home back to Mountain Home. Today I'll be opening a Zither which I ordered a couple weeks ago. It came from somewhere in the States. This, I need to have a closer look at it. It's probably circa 1920s or around that era. But again, it's extremely hard to find information on these instruments, especially these rare mechanical variations. A lot of the information was scrubbed from history due to events in the early 20th century. So I'll be opening this today with this very handsome Uzi, which has a lovely handle here. I really like that handle there. So let's go ahead and just open this up here. So this is a type of zither called, well, it's not called, I refer to it as a mechanical zither. For my own organizational purposes, I've categorized zithers into different basic types, and this is one that I would categorize as a mechanical zither, as it employs moving parts as its main method of interacting with the strings and creating music. Mechanical zithers were really experimented with in the late 19th century and early 20th to make zithers easier to play. The standard zither, as we know it back then, came from Germany, and that involved using a fretboard and also a series of strings, some of which formed chords, and then you had your bass and contrabass strings there. But that took such a high level of skill to play. It took a lot of practice to be able to play it well, and people wanted to be able to play the zither without having to require such a high level of mastery. So we started creating different variations of zithers, and mechanical zithers aided in being able to create interesting and different sounds while making the instrument easier to play and easier to learn. So this is well packed. This is quite nice. Let's go ahead and take some of that stuffing out. Okay. It's in there. It's in there. Okay. Okay. Some ASMR here. A lot of bubble wrap, which is very good. So one thing I noticed with this instrument, oh, that is a little shocking. I saw it in the photos on the eBay listing, is the back was totally replaced with what was just awful plywood, and I'm seeing it now. It's way worse than I thought it was. Your back, both your back and your top need to be pretty thin materials. They need to vibrate freely. At some point in history, this instrument was damaged so badly that someone replaced the back, and they've picked, this is the thickest material that I've ever seen. So this is awful. I'm going to have to figure out a way to remove this. Hopefully they used hide glue that I can heat up and loosen, and I can replace the back. I will have to make a brand new back for this entirely, because what is on here now is pretty bad. So this will be part of the restoration process, is cutting a new back for this. I'll show you the damage. Let's have a look at it. Interesting here. All right. Whoa. Oh, this is handsome. Just look at the top of that. Wow. Oh, this is so lovely. Wow. So I've never had the opportunity to see or try a Marxophone in person. This has a smell to it. It's pretty dank. This is a dank smell, and I don't mean that in a cool way. Well, I do, actually. It's cool and humid. All right, so this is interesting. Now, this is my first time interacting with this. I'm going to push one of these buttons and see what happens. Let's push a button. Okay, this is great. This is such a simple mechanism, and again, this is what I would personally refer to as a mechanical zither. I wonder if I can show you on the camera here as I push down on the buttons. All the hammers are there. There are no missing hammers. That's great. Okay, the hammer mechanisms do work. I wonder if that's lead. Is that lead on those hammers? This is so fantastic. I hope that was interesting watching the unboxing of this. I'm going to do a significant amount of research, and before I do any stringing at full tension, if you happen to get one of these, it is extremely important. Do not put this at full tension with the original strings. You will destroy the instrument. These zithers, especially from this era, if it's from the late 1800s, early 1900s, they will not survive full tension with their original strings. They were significantly more primitive, they were thicker, so if you put the instrument at full tension, it will destroy it. That has likely contributed to the damage that this instrument has seen over time. The back, it was probably destroyed being stored in an attic or a barn. It was probably split the whole way through, which is very common for these. I'll show you how thick this is, and I'm not super pleased about how thick it is, but I'm seeing now it's going to be a real job because they've really glued it in there. So, all right, I'll have to steam that. Hopefully it's hide glue, and if it's not, I could end up doing more damage. I could do more harm than good. You can see they put a screw here as well. So this is interesting. I'm going to have to make a very careful decision on what to do with this instrument because I don't want to do further damage. So that's interesting. You can see that replacement there over time. They also put some screws in there as well. So I'm so pleased to have this. I will have to check which string gauges are appropriate to replace these, and I will do a total string replacement. Again, please, if you happen to find one of these and you're trying to restore it yourself, please do not use the original strings. You will destroy that instrument. I've had people say, oh, it works just fine. I did it and it's fine. Even if you don't notice the damage immediately, you will damage that zither. So please look forward to my upcoming videos. I'll do some work. I'll clean this up. I'll find some strings that I can put on here, and then I'll share that instrument with you. I will be using this in my future soundtracks, and I'll make some music and I'll share that with you. Thanks very much. Okay, I hope that was interesting to you. Be well, take care of yourselves, come home again soon, and I will leave the porch light on for you.